Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Stock Market Show. This is your host Shades. Let's talk about that one stock that everyone likes. What's the name of it again? It starts with a B. No, that's not what it is. I'm trying to find it. No, that's definitely not it. Is it this one? Nope. This one? I'm trying to find it. There we go. That's what I was looking for. The charts. Those glorious, glorious green candles. I don't know why I'm so big right now. I'm huge on OBS, but let me see if I can shrink myself. Oh, I just went off camera. Okay, all right, now, yep. Okay, so as you can see on my, I guess, left-hand side from my point of view, Cybl stock, let's look at the volume. That's what matters right now. We don't care about the RSI. The RSI has already been toasty. It can stay toasty for quite a while. As far as we're concerned, the RSI doesn't even matter at this point because it's a catalyst moving the stock. I remember being in the Moon Market Discord and this guy named Rombo, this old fat fudge, to put it nicely, he was telling everyone to be careful, don't buy, don't chase, be careful, because the RSI is like over 100, don't buy. I mean, I'm exaggerating, but you get the point. And so the stock actually kept pumping. And I was telling people the opposite. I'm like, no, buy. This is running on a catalyst, not because of... The technicals don't matter if the catalyst is big enough. But you know how Rambo is. He's very technical. But I disagreed with him. That he's one of those old geezers that has no ability to adapt. They're just very rigid in how they think and perform in the market. So... then I got banned for another reason because I was very combative, and that's on me, and that's okay. And here we are now because I started my own channel off of Cybl and ILIS and another penny stock called AITX, which I don't really cover those anymore because they're kind of dead in the water. Cybl right now, this partnership is huge. I don't know what people are smoking right now. This is a big deal. This is why I chased the 007s. This is why I chased. I even told people in the Discord, I don't recommend chasing. It's not, I don't advocate for that, but if you want to chase, that is on you. See, now I'm the one with the Discord. That's funny how that works. So yeah, Cybl stock, I chased the 0077s. I just woke up and slapped that ass. And I told everyone, look, I'm never going to advocate for chasing, but this is one hell of a catalyst. As long as we sustain this kind of volume, we should continue to move half a penny at a time, because that's what's happening. We're moving about half a penny at a time. If we zoom out on the charts here real quick, 005 to 0088, so about 004, right? Here we move from 009 to a high of 136. So we're moving about 004 at a time. But I'm rounding up and just calling it half a penny. Look, I want you to really think about what I'm about to say. Since the start of the run, down here at 0045, it gapped up from what, 003? But let's just look at this individual candle, right? From the start of the run, unless you want to, okay, let's count it down here. So it was at a low of 0032. It's moved a penny in 2 days. Actually, no, that's false. It closed at 0.0129. The stock at its low was at 0032, and then it, started the run, right? So it hasn't even moved a whole penny, but if we round it up, it's a whole penny. It's only moved a whole penny in 2 days. I don't know why I'm looking over there, because that's where my other monitor is. So in 2 days, it's moved a whole penny. Let's look at the volume. If this was a low floater, we would have been at 50 cents already, but it's not. The volume is insane. 353 million. 372 million on the first day. I think back then with the Moon Market pump, 166 million in volume, followed by there was not much back then. Wow. Let me check the volume on... We might be getting more volume now than ever before, if I'm being honest with you. I don't think I've ever seen this kind of volume even back then. Let's go to Cybl here on Yahoo Finance. Let's go back in time to the huge run to 6.5 cents. So this is the big run to 6.5 cents. And even back then, 203 million in volume. Let's look here. What is this? 613 in volume? No, that's not real. Holy crap. You're seeing this? Nah, we're not going to 6.5 cents, guys. You guys are delusional. You guys, this is 2021 is not gonna. It's not gonna repeat. We're not gonna have a repeat of 2021. That's just delusional. Let me get rid of myself here. No, that's just delusional, guys. That is no. If you think this is gonna go to 6.5 cents, you're dead wrong. I will eat a hat if it goes to 6.5 cents. I do not see that happening. Let me close VTube Studio here real quick to get it out of the way. The volume we got back then, when we had that big run to 6.5 cents, you want that is oops. The volume that we got back then was double what we're getting right now. And I know what you're gonna say. Oh, but the company, it doesn't matter if the company's better. It doesn't matter. The share structure hasn't changed. It's still 6 billion. So it doesn't mean anything. If this was if it had changed from 6 billion outstanding shares to a low floater, we'd be talking a different. I'd be speaking a different tune. But that's not the case. Again, this is a channel about keeping it real. If you want someone to lie to you, this is not the channel for you. First of all, let's see. So 600. Look at this volume though. Insane. 613 million in volume. Rounded up, I think, because it's over here. It says 612. 612 million in volume. It moved from 0016 to 0029. And then we got 495 million in volume, 003 to 0044. It just slowly climbed. 0095. Here we got a 004 move from 0094 to 0.0131, and that was 299 million in volume. The amount of volume this has to sustain. Yeah, you need like, yeah, look at this, 400 million in volume, 203 million, 400 million, 400 million. You need to sustain hella volume if you want this to go to 6.5 cents. I mean, it's a good start, but back here, 613 million, that was the start. Do you get what I'm saying? So here we're just going sideways, and then we got this launch pad, right? We just started launching here from 0016 to 00151, but that initial volume, 173 million, was followed by 613 million, then 495 million. So we're actually starting off weaker in terms of considering it a launch pad. So here we're going sideways, we're going nowhere, and then we got the launch pad here. The initial launch pad, 372 million, followed by another 353 million, which is actually less than on Wednesday because of Juneteenth. We're skipping a day there. The launch pad, the initial launch of the run, the initial start of the run, is actually less volume, 300 million only. Whereas back then it was 600 million, nearly, yeah, literally. So, I mean, I hate to break it to you, but if we're just analyzing volume here, I mean, volume is what we need for the stock to get moving. We know that. So you can't deny that. That would just be delusional. You can't deny that we need the volume. The volume has to come in from buyers for it to get pushed up, like it's being pushed up right now. Now, on the other side, we know that people are going to sell. I don't care if you're holding. Nobody cares. Other people in the stock market don't care if you're going to hold it for $1. You can hold it for 50 cents, 20 cents, whatever your price target. You can hold it all you want. There are people who are going to run for the exits and leave you holding the bag if you chased. ILIS, for those of you who know ILIS, you look at this. ILIS had a huge run from a low of 0.03 to where it hit a high at 50 cents. And I promise you, I'm telling you right now, I was in Moon Markets Discord, and I remember people saying, oh, this is going to go to $1. It's going to go to $5. Oh, my God. Woo. Fire technology. Woo. We're going to go to dollars. Oh, my God. It's so cheap at 50 cents. What a steal at 50 cents. It's so undervalued. I remember this. And guess what happened? Well, guess what? I remember there was a girl who studied 4 years of finance, got a finance degree, thinking she knows how to trade the stock market better than me. And at that point, I was green, and even I knew at that point in time, as even though I was very green, even I knew, like, this doesn't make sense. You're telling me it's cheap at 50 cents because you think it's going to go to dollars? That's just stupid. And I remember telling people, yeah, this isn't a buy. But everyone obviously went against me, and then I got banned because I was being very combative. That's why I got kicked out of Moon Markets Discord, because I was like, no, this is stupid. It's not going to go to dollars. You're telling me 50 cents is cheap just because you think it's going to go to $10? Fuck you. Fuck you and fuck Moon Market. And I was right. And keep in mind, I was green back then. I was a beginner. That's why I joined his Discord. So, obviously now I'm more experienced. I'm telling you right now, I've seen this before. The hype's going to get real. Everyone's going to be like, oh my God, woo. And then some people are going to tell me that I'm stupid and that I don't know what I'm talking about. It's never going to go down. And then inevitably it comes down anyways. And then I'm going to be like, see, I told you. And then there's going to be people who are going to say, oh, how did you know? And I'm going to tell you, I told you this beforehand. In fact, I've told you this several times. Things don't go up forever. And yeah, I mean, Cybl stock, a fall from grace, 50 cents to where it is right now, dead in the water at 0011, alongside AITX. This whole channel started on AITX, Cybl, and Cybl. For those of you who are newer to the channel, this whole channel started off of these 3 penny stocks. And it turns out the long-term winner right now has been Cybl, despite going into CE. That's the funny thing. And I did call it. I told you guys, like, wait, it seems like they're hinting at a Palantir partnership here or something. You know, they were like, Mark gave you kind of like a wink, wink. I didn't buy because I was being greedy. I wanted it even lower. I did not want to buy it at 003s. I wanted it at 002s. And, oh well, I had to chase the 007s as you saw. I did sell on Friday, but I'm holding 100,000 shares, writing it for free. This way, I'm not, this way, if it does go to $1, cool, I make a lot of money. If it doesn't, cool, I'm writing free shares anyways. So it's a win-win. If I was a green beginner like back then, I probably would have been scared to chase on the initial pump here, and I probably would have chased here at 0.0129, and I would be probably scared. I would be scared, if I'm being honest. I would be scared. I would have chased up here. I wouldn't have chased here thinking, oh, I don't want to chase that. But then I would see it keep running, and I'd chase here, and probably it would dump, and I'd be like, oh man, it's over. And then I would keep going, and I'd be like, woo, like I was just an idiot back then. Like, I know myself of back then. I remember those days. I was dumb. But I didn't have any fear. I knew as soon as I saw that catalyst, I was like, well, I'm going to chase here. Whatever. It shouldn't pull back. It should keep going with this kind of volume. But I don't think we're seeing 6.5 cents. People are just being way, way too hype and delusional. I've seen this before. I just showed you it. And somehow you're going to look at all this data I just showed you and you're going to go, no, you're wrong. This time it's different. Yeah. Yeah, I've heard that one too. Palantir stock. Palantir stock, what did it do? It went from $5 to $144. But what happened along the way? It hit a high of 126 and then it dropped from 126 to 64. Nearly 50% drop from highs. Things don't go up forever and things don't go down forever. We know that. So if Palantir hit a high of 126 and then it dropped 50% anyways, what does that tell us? You think Cybl is so special that it's not gonna it's gonna do something that's even Palantir couldn't do? Palantir actually pulled back 50%. So at some point, all this buying pressure is gonna come back as selling pressure. And a lot of people forget that. And a lot of people forget that other people in the stock market, they don't give a shit about you. They don't care if you're going to hold for dollars. Yeah, hold for $1, you sucker. Yeah, all those Cybl shareholders that were holding for $1, because you better believe there's idiots that bought Cybl stock at 50 cents or that bought at like 5 cents. They held it all the way back down from 50 cents. They were up 1,000% because they bought at 5 cents and held the Cybl stock till 50 cents and did not sell because they were greedy and wanted more because they thought it was going to go to dollars. And then it came back down to their average, and now it's obviously they're deep in the red. So don't be so greedy that you're up 1,000% and you decide to hold it all the way back down to your average. Again, at the end of the day, it is a penny stock. At the end of the day, it's always pump and dumped. That's why it's a penny stock. Maybe this time it's different, but I doubt it. The best thing that can happen is this stock starts to trend, and maybe over the course of 5 to 10 years, it goes to $1 organically, but that's about it. That's the best you can hope for. Way too many people, way too bullish, and I've seen it before. I just showed you all the data, not just on Palantir, but also used ILIS and Cybyl's history to show you that this has happened before. We've pumped huge, and it always dumps back down. And you can tell yourself this time is going to be different. But at least if it's going to be different this time, at least ride free shares, you know? Like, don't be so greedy. That's one thing that really kills people is just greed. Again, you better believe that no one cares about you. You can go ahead and hold for $1, 20 cents, 25 cents, 10 cents. I remember people in Moon Markets Discord saying Cybl stock is going to go from 6 cents to 10 cents and then 25 cents because Mark Schmidt, the CEO, has incentives at 10 cents and 25 cents. So, it's totally going to go to 25 cents. Man, it's so cheap at 6.5 cents. Well, obviously I bought like an idiot because I didn't know any better, and obviously I got mad and blamed Moon Market because it's like, wait, I bought at 6.5 cents thinking it was going to go to 10 cents, but you were wrong, Moon Market, fuck you. And so yeah, I got banned, right? I was very combative because because I made my own mistakes by listening to other people, which is why I started my own channel and I only listen to me now. And because other people are just stupid. They just are. They're just idiots. If you're profitable in the markets, you're not one of the stupid ones because clearly you know how to play the game. But most people are idiots. Most people are idiots. There's always somebody buying on top. I don't know why. They exist. And you have the choice to be either someone who makes money and is profitable or holds the bag. So it's up to you. Yeah, that's about it. That's all I have to say with regards to Cybl, and I've seen this before. I know some of you can leave a comment. Leave a comment below. Let me know, because if you've been around since 2020, then you've already seen this before. You can probably you can probably leave a comment saying like, yeah, guys, he's not lying. Like, we've seen this before. A lot of us have been back. We've been here for 5 years or more. We've seen this already. People are gonna be way too hype. A lot of people, bag holders are going to be created, and the smart ones are going to make the money as they always do because they buy cheap, and then they sell it to the suckers who chase at the top. And I don't know how people are so good at buying the top. I don't understand that. Usually a lack of education and because they're newer to the markets. That's at least how it was with me. That's just me being honest about it. Anyways, I'm sweating. It's like 90 degrees today. I'm going to go take a cold shower. It's literally it's the hottest day so far, at least, of June. And I'm melting as I talk here, and I'm losing my voice because I'm excited, but also like, let's temper the expectations a little. Like, don't get so greedy and caught up in the hype that you end up like those eyeless shareholders who, they're in the green right now, like 300, 400%. And then it comes back down to their average because they were too stupid, too greedy to just run away with the profits, bro. It's 500%. What do you, pay yourself, man. And leave some for $1. Leave 100 or 500,000 shares for $1. Take some of the original investment out or all of it. Be smart about it. Too many people are just way too greedy. And it's funny because at the end of the day, the biggest enemy is the self, not other people. It's not your fault that you're holding the bag and you didn't sell, or that you held it all the way down. No one told you to hold it all the way back down to your average. I can go on and on. I've met too many people who are just greedy. And it's like the biggest thing that kills people, unfortunately. Kills their accounts, I should say. Color stock, same thing, right? Huge pump. There's people who have an average down here at 20, 30 cents, and they held it all the way back down despite being up over 1,000%. Think about how stupid that is. That's just silly. Have a game plan and stick to it. I think this is going to be worth dollars in 5 to 10 years with this Palantir partnership. I think it's just the beginning. Think there's going to be a lot of eyeballs on it, but again, if you're in this for the long haul, like I am, because I'm writing free shares, so I don't care. I'm in it for the long haul, 5 to 10 years now. I'm not going to sell that 100,000 share free ride position. I'm just going to sit on it. If we get an opportunity to buy back in under a penny again, and it finds support down there at double zeros again, I will gladly load up for the next pump and accumulate another 100,000 free shares to ride. Is the game plan, at least, because I don't really want to, you don't really want to put money that you worked for, hard-earned money, into this, because you never know if it's going to actually work out or not. As far as we know, maybe we get slapped with CE out of nowhere. Let's hope not. I know some of you are like, hey, don't you put that on me, but it happened before. It happened before. So let's hope for the best, and good luck out there. The smart ones like you and me, we already made our money, and we're gonna make more. And the dumb ones, they're just gonna do what they always do, unfortunately, because they don't learn. And we have to be thankful for the dumb ones, because if it weren't for the dumb ones, we wouldn't have someone to sell to. So if you ever see a dumb person who chases stocks, shake their hand and thank them.